Realer than most podcasts with Corey Thomas. Just here to motivate and give you the real.
Why are we not successful? I wonder. Why are we not successful? Have you ever took the time to think to yourself, why am I not experiencing success in this area? Why isn't this working for me? Why isn't that working for me? Now I want you to think about, what have you sacrificed? What have you given up? What have you committed to? Your sacrifice, think about it. Your sacrifice wasn't big enough. If you made one, it wasn't big enough. Your sacrifice has to be larger. Your sacrifice has to be plentiful. Your sacrifice has to be worthy of you getting that thing that you want. What chance have you taken? Think about it. What chance have I taken? When did I take one? Have I ever taken one? We have to take chances. We have to take chances if we want to elevate. Without taking a chance, there will be no elevation. That's just the way things go. What decision did you make? Did you make a decision that was going to push you over the top? Or did you drag your feet? Decisions have to be made, one way or the other. Decisions have to be made. Make a decision. Don't be that person known for, oh, he kind of gave me an indecisive. No, make a decision. Don't be indecisive. Make a decision. When did you follow through? When? You tell me. When did you follow through? You started it, but then what? When did you follow through? When did you go through with what you said you were going to do? Regardless of the obstacle in your way, when did you follow through? We must follow through. We must follow through again and again and again. Determination. You almost have to be crazy determined to the point where nothing literally can stop you. And in moments that you feel that are hard, you have to tell yourself, reassure yourself, like, I'm unstoppable. I tell myself this every morning I get up. I am unstoppable. And you know what? It's empowering. It gives me power. It gives me strength. It makes me look at the world different. I am unstoppable. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Didn't think I'd be living the way I'm living right now as a youth. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. And I continue to go up because I continue to learn. I continue to grow. I continue to surround myself with others that think like me and others that think different than me, because I need all that. Fill my cup up, and I want it to overflow. I want my cup to overflow with knowledge, with friendship, with hardship. Because don't get it twisted. There can be no success without hardship. Hardship is a part of the process, and that's the part that people don't like. That's the part that they don't want to hear about. They don't want to hear about hardships. Whenever you speak to anybody, and I know we all can relate, because I've been guilty of saying it before. I've had conversation with friends, and I've told them, I don't want to struggle. What does that sound like? It sounds crazy. We all gonna struggle, one time or another. We all gonna struggle. Some of us struggling now. Some of us getting ready to go through a struggle. Either you struggling or you getting ready to go through a struggle. And you know what? You got to have the right type of mind to continue to push forward, to continue to push through. You have to. You have to. When did you follow through? Follow through. You must follow through. And after you answer all those questions, that's why it hasn't happened yet. That's the reason it hasn't happened yet. Because you haven't sacrificed, you haven't taken chances, you haven't made decisions, and you haven't followed through. That's why it hasn't happened yet. But on another note, just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not going to. It's still a chance it can happen. But those things have to take place first. Those things have to take place first. We have to stop thinking about the risk over the reward. Stop thinking about the risk. Yeah, the risk is there. Stop thinking about it though. Because what happens is a lot of the times you think about the risk so hard and you're weighing your options that you'll talk yourself out of doing what you know you need to do. And that's not good for anybody, because even though you doing this thing may be scary, it's something that you have to do in order for you to get to the next level. So you talking yourself out of it just tells me that you're okay with being where you are. And no, we aren't. Progression. We want to move forward. We do. Even the people who don't think they want to move forward. You do want to move forward. You want to move forward. You just don't know it yet. You want to move forward because every time you have a friend or a colleague or somebody you don't even know, you see them celebrating or you see them telling you something about how something good has happened to them. In the back of your mind, I know you're wondering, man, why aren't good things happening to me? It's because you're not working. You're not staying true to the creed. That person working, that person sacrificing, that person taking chances, that person making decisions, that person following through. You got to follow through. You must follow through. Don't be afraid of risk. Reward over risk any day. Reward over risk. Don't forget that. That is focus wasted when you're thinking about the risk and the scares of the situation. That's just wasted focus. Let's not waste focus. I'd rather you laser that focus in and think about the reward and think about 100 ways to get it opposed to 100 ways this thing could go left and go wrong. Come on. What's for you is for you. It's a funny story about that saying right there. I was speaking to a cousin of mine, younger than me, named Tiara. Very young, very bright, very firm. I was talking to her about a job that I applied for recently. I really wanted. I was going after it hard. And it came test day. And I actually dropped the ball during the test. I dropped the ball. I mean, this was something I really wanted. But at the same time, when test day came around, for some reason, I felt something in my body I had never felt before. It was worry. I never worry on test day. That's something that's uncharacteristic of me. I was worrying on test day for some reason, butterflies flowing. And it's okay to be nervous, but that's just not who I am. I'm not a nervous person. Like I'm a person who keeps himself prepared and ready for the situation that he's about to face. And I knew this test was coming. So it wasn't something I didn't know was coming. It was coming. But it came test day, and I ended up flopping on the first test. So I eliminated myself right out the gate. I was so hurt. I was so angry. I didn't know what to think about. I was hurt, angry. Like when I passed the test, the trainers that were rooting for me, they wanted me to pass the test, but at the same time, they had to do their job and notify the higher ups that, you know, I didn't pass the course, you know. And that just taught me a lesson. It just taught me a lesson. Nothing is guaranteed. And you have to have a certain calmness about yourself. Even though you're doing something that makes you nervous, you have to be able to block out everything else and focus on the task at hand. Because at that time, I believe I was worried about everything else except the task that was at hand. And that's the only reasonable explanation I can come up with. And I'm not using that as an excuse. Hey, I failed. I accept that. I failed. I was in South Carolina when I failed. I had to drive back hours and hours in the car just thinking about, I had been up here for this like job interview for like a week or two. Every day I'm going in, they're training us on what we have to do, and when it came time for test day, I flopped. That was a tough pill to swallow. But the show must go on. I will not stay down. I will continue to move. I will take this and I will learn from it. I will continue to take my shots. I will not stop. One thing about a whole I never dig one too deep. Never dig a hole so deep that you can't come out of it. Never dig a hole so deep that you can't come out of it. On to the next. Quick trigger. On to the next. Like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. I was listening to something the other day. Michael Jordan said he missed 9,000 shots. But when he came down the court, you know Jordan was going to take the next one. So on to the next. On to the next. On to the next. No one can stop that. No one can stop it when you're on to the next. You're not dwelling on failures or lessons, because every failure is a lesson. There's a lesson in every failure. Every time you don't experience success, there's something to learn. Smart people get that lesson, and it doesn't happen again. People who aren't on the up and up, they continue to have the lesson be given to them over and over and over again. Stop stressing. If you know in your heart that you're putting in the work, stop stressing. There's no need to stress. Stop stressing about it. It's coming in due time. Stress is only going to add weight to an already heavy situation. We don't need to do that. Stop stressing. It's coming in due time. It is coming. Opportunity. I'd rather have no opportunity and be ready than to have an opportunity and not be ready. So we must remain ready. So many times I hear people that want an opportunity, and they're given an opportunity and they aren't prepared. But you said you wanted this. You said you wanted this opportunity, but you aren't prepared. How aren't you prepared for something you said you wanted? It don't make sense, y'all. It don't make sense. You know what? That's leading me to believe that you're playing. You are playing. Will you be prepared? My question to you, will you be prepared? When your opportunity comes knocking, will you be prepared? Because that's when success happens, y'all. Success happens when preparation meets opportunity. When you're prepared and that opportunity comes, you know what? I start celebrating early because I know success about to happen. Oh, I'm prepared and he done gave me a chance. Oh, I know I'm finna knock this out of the park. I know this finna be off the chain. This finna go off the hook. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. Will you be prepared? Will you be prepared? A friend of mine told me getting what you want can be a nightmare. He said getting what you want can be a nightmare. I'll never forget it. Because once you get it, now you must fight to keep it. You must fight to grow it. And that's the side of success that a lot of people don't understand. Just breaking through ain't enough. There is no finish line. Breaking through ain't enough. When you get that thing you want, you're going to have to fight for it to keep it. You're going to have to fight for it to grow it. Just breaking through ain't enough. So get that out of your head. Some people think, oh, when this happens for me, I'm going to be all right. My life. Yeah, your life going to change. But you know what? It's going to change in a way you have no idea about. You're going to have to fight even more to keep what you've accomplished. You're going to have to fight even more to grow what you've accomplished. These are things that have to happen. It's hard to live right, and it's even harder to live wrong. It's hard living right, doing right, being an outstanding citizen, abiding by the law. It's hard. It's hard. It is hard. And some people thinking, oh, no, it's not hard to do the right thing. Yes, it is hard to do the right thing. Just like it's hard to do the wrong thing. Both are hard. But one is harder than the other. Doing the wrong thing is even harder than doing the right thing. Doing the wrong thing is harder than doing the right thing. The right thing a lot of times takes time. It takes more time. That's why people try to cut corners, y'all. Because the right thing takes time. But what they don't tell you about the right thing is a lot of the time, the right thing is a forever thing. Because when you're doing right and you break through, that's forever. You don't have any skeletons that can come back and halt you. You don't have no reason to be looking over your shoulder. No, you are there. You are there. Your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears have paid off. But the wrong thing is crazy, because sometimes the wrong thing will get you there, but it won't keep you there. Your past will definitely come back to haunt you. Regardless, that those shortcuts you took always catch up to you. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You might experience momentary success, but that's all it will ever be. It's momentary success. Let's not make it momentary. I want success forever. Say that with me, success forever. You see how that feel? Man, oh man, success forever. That's a movement. Success forever. That's what we should live by in the household. Success forever. I'm talking to every woman, every man, success forever. That's what I want for you. Success forever. But that don't come without work. Let's go. Let's go. This is why we aren't successful. Because we haven't sacrificed. We haven't taken chances. We haven't made decisions on our behalf. We haven't followed through. And those things must happen before success takes place. This is Corey Thomas, y'all, and I'm out.
Realer than most podcast with Corey Thomas. 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 With Corey Thomas.